Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Ricky Summer, and this is not a review of the first major update for Industries of Titan. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Come for the opportunities. Stay for the culture. Bay City.
Welcome, boys and girls, to Industries of Titan. Industries of Titan is a cyberpunk city builder, and if you've been following the channel for a little bit, you might remember a couple of videos I did back when the game released into early access on the Epic Store. You can check those videos out in the card right there. It's a more comprehensive general look at the game as a whole. This video is just focused on the first major update. Now, I believe the devs are releasing major updates the first Tuesday of every month. That's my understanding. And this one furnishes the game with roads, as you can see. But if you want my quick and dirty opinion as to whether the game is currently worth buying, sadly, my answer is no. It seems like the devs have focused predominantly on making the game look and sound fantastic. Just the general atmosphere of it is really engrossing, and I love it. I certainly appreciate it, but gameplay is a little bit lacking. There's lots of promised features that are just not in the game right now. It's buggy. It crashes quite a bit, for me at least, and you need to understand that the crashes, performance issues, even bugs, they behave differently for everyone, but that's been my experience with the game currently. It is in early access, but it's a concept that I really love, and I'm going to follow along with development because I want to see this game. I want to see it turn into something rad, and I'm excited to listen, I'm an addict, man. It's cyberpunk, and I need it. Anyway, so let's get into it. So, roads. The way roads work are, look, maybe a little bit unintuitive at first. I played this for 2 hours to set up the save for the video. I streamed it on Wednesday, and I had a little bit of trouble figuring out how roads work. So essentially, you build a transport hub, which is under production here. So transport hub. So you unlock that, you build the transport hub, and that automatically unlocks roads. And then you build your roads, just like you would any other structure in these squares, to link up your transport hub with other structures. So at first I thought maybe you have to build 2 transport hubs so that they ferry back and forth. No, it's not like that. You'll notice that along the roads here, there's all these little doorways, like little garages to all the other structures that are connected to the roads. That's all you need. You just need one transport hub, and then as long as the roads are connected from the transport hub to other structures that actually need resources transported, then they'll work. So the issue I had was there weren't any jobs. And it's not going to, all right, here's an example of what it will not do. And this is important. This is where I got confused. So I assumed that the transport hub would have a personal storage, like a holding bay to move resources here and then move them to where they're needed. No, it doesn't work like that. The transport hub only stores trucks. And then of course you can buy more trucks if you want, like so when they get built. You can see the bar building them down there. So let me give you an example here. We have residential structures here that are connected to the road. Now they're producing waste from the people living there. So that waste needs to be transported to the smokestack. Now that smokestack also has to be connected to a road. You cannot have just the transport hub connected to a road, the residential structure connected to a road, and then expect the resources to be transported from the transport hub to the smokestack. It doesn't work like that. At the moment, at least, it's very, very simple. It's truck goes out, truck picks up materials, truck dumps materials where they're needed. There's no holding space or anything like that. The only way that sort of thing might work is if you then set up a storage facility as the auxiliary storage. So you're moving trucks from the residential structure to the storage facility, and then you have your employees on foot move the waste or whatever from the storage facility to where it's needed, in this case the smokestack. Right? So the logistics, at least for now, are very, very simple. All you have to do is connect the structures that have resources with the structures that need resources, and then the trucks will do the rest. All right. So if you're playing around with this and you're like, hang on, how does this work? It's just super, super simple. Point A to point B. There's nothing else. There's no more complications. And that's how roads work, essentially. So you'll notice that I've got 2 transport hubs. You don't need more than one unless you want more trucks, essentially. As far as I understand, that's how it works. So I'm just going to keep pumping more trucks here. So we've got a level 1 transport hub here and a level 2 transport hub here. So you can get an idea of how it upgrades and what it looks like there. But for the sake of this video, I'm actually just going to upgrade it even further. We've got 44 isotopes. We need 9 to upgrade that to level 3. And we need 6 to upgrade that to level 2. So let's just keep upgrading. So as you can see, both of our transport hubs are currently being upgraded, and that means the roads are blocked off. So presumably, the trucks that are already en route are going to just continue to go to where they need to go, but they're not going to send out any more trucks. Now, it's worth noting that I have come across a couple of what I might call glitches while playing this particular save. Sometimes after maybe an hour or so of play, the trucks will stop and they'll just stop dead. With resources in them, they won't move. Luckily, reloading the save does fix that. So it's early access, guys. There's stuff that needs to be ironed out clearly. So I'm going to speed up here so we can get this done. As you can see, we've got our employees moving resources because the trucks can't do it right now. And at first I thought maybe the employees get into trucks. I don't think that's the case. I believe trucks are independent. So you've got the truck network and you've got employees, which is great. Okay, so that is a level 3 transport hub. As you can see, it just gets bigger. Okay, so how many? Yo, we can store 15 trucks here. Yo, yes please. I mean, I got no problem buying all the trucks because as you can see, I got money coming out of the wazoo. That's another thing, just like a general comment on the game currently. It's you can look, I've only got what, one level 3 office and one level 1 office, and I'm making more money than I know what to do with. At the moment, like the game is really missing a money sink. You can use resources effectively, but at some point you're making more money than you can spend, and I don't know. It feels weird, dude. Anyway, early access, you know how it goes. Okay, so we are going to build an isotope mine over here and connect that to the road network, so you can see how that works. We've already got a mine here, which is full. So hang on, set target. Oh yeah, cool. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, so that's full currently, and I think that's on my employees. So, although, hang on, let me think about this. No. Trucks should be able to grab minerals from the mine and then deposit them right here at the storage facility. I mean, we got a lot of minerals though, so that's maybe part of the issue. We just don't need any more. Anyway, so let's get building. Production. Hang on, let me get rid of that so you can see. Roads. And yet, unfortunately, at the moment, it doesn't seem like you can click and drag. It's just single clicks. But that's okay. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to build a mine here. And a storage facility, I think, here. And there we go. Are they coming to build that right now? Maybe. Alright, let's speed on up here. We've got the other transport hub being built. If we can just flood this place with trucks, I'm going to be very happy. Okay, trucks take a little while to build. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It seems like there's a universe. Let me check that again. So that's building. Yeah, so you can't. Right. So I'm not sure if this is intended, but it seems the way it's working right now is you can only build one truck at a time, regardless of the number of transport hubs you have. That being said, as with most other things in the game, like for example, the conversion centers, you don't need to go to the relevant conversion center. For example, if you've got a conversion center or a transport hub that has spaces free for the next upgrade for more employees or more trucks, you don't have to click on the one that has space free. I can click the one that is already full build a truck and it will move, I believe. Yep. Cool. So we can't build any more? Yep, because we've got 15. It shows us 3 parked and 12 in use. That's good. So we're not saturating the network currently. Look at them all go. This is great. I can't wait for other vehicles to get on the road network too. Surely that's got to be a thing. Because currently, I don't believe that employees or citizens are transported via trucks. I did test it out by connecting the road network to the spaceport. Just to see if incoming citizens would get on a truck and move. But no, it seems like trucks are only for resources. And maybe later on down the road, they're going to introduce, transportation, cars and shit. But that'll be cool. That'll be nice to see. It's really going to fill out the atmosphere of the city. Okay, so while we're waiting for all this to build, let's talk a little bit more about roads. So it seems like the thing that's really become obvious from the inclusion of roads is how important it is to think about logistics. All right, I'm going to try and explain this as simply as possible. So first up, not all structures need to be connected to roads. From what I've seen, right? Maybe this will change in the future. I could be mistaken, but just from what I've seen, I would say defensive turrets don't need road access. Energy and fuel production doesn't need road access, at least not now. Don't forget that currently fuel production has been simplified. So you just build a fuel turbine and the fuel is wirelessly and automatically transported to your energy plants. But I believe in the future there's going to be, at least inside structures like that HQ in the factories, you will have to manually pipe it. So you will actually have to build conduits and whatnot to get the fuel to the energy producing structures. I don't know how they're going to do it in the overworld. Maybe with trucks. I think that'd be cool. Like if your fuel production then becomes a burden on the logistics network because the trucks have to go into, I mean, you can see like everything has road access currently, whether it needs it or not. But the trucks will go into the what are these called? Fuel turbines, grab fuel and take them to the energy plants. I don't know if that's what they're planning, but I imagine that's probably how they're going to do it, right? That'd be cool. But currently, that's not a thing. So for the moment at least, energy plants and fuel turbines do not need road access. So these are things that could be built in the center. Because I was thinking like, while I was building all this, I'm like, hang on, does that mean if everything has to be connected to the road, does that mean that everything has to be made in like 2 wide blocks? That's kind of boring. That doesn't seem to be the case. Furthermore, like I said, I don't think defensive turrets need road access. Energy pylons certainly don't need road access. I mean, they don't take in any materials whatsoever. Now, I don't know. So I've noticed when building structures, the trucks don't play a part. That's all done with employees because the structure is not yet built, so there's no actual road access. Like there's no garage there, there's no door, there's no way for the trucks to actually get to the building site. Whether that will be changed in the future, I don't know. And as far as I'm aware, how does repairing work? I think repairing is just an action that takes time. It doesn't necessarily take resources, not that I've seen at least. So yeah, you could build, the command center probably doesn't need road access. So yeah, I mean, you can have more creative, nuanced blocks instead of just having like these 2 wide things here. But that's what I built just to see how it would play out. Okay, let's keep speeding up here. We're almost done. The roads don't take much to build. They're only 5 minerals and they don't take long. So let's build the storage first. We'll prioritize that. So that's something else we've got in this update actually. We've got a priority task. So of course you can move all this stuff around. I'm going to move like construction up top here. Move resources, then clean up. Oh good, I had like over 200 waste and we're finally cleaning that up. It probably helps that I've got like 15 trucks now. Cool, and there's still 2 parked, so we're not saturating the network. That's great. So for this city in particular, it seems like we don't need any more than 2 transport hubs. I mean, only one of them is level 3 anyway. Great, cool. Let me slow down here for a second. These are being built. All right, so we've got a priority task, so that overrides any other priority hierarchy list thing you've set. So that's good. So if you're like, so all right, so that means that if you need something done like right friggin' now, you can just click make it a priority instead of having to go to your employee management and go, hang on, what is this task I'm trying to do? Is construction. So let's move construction up to the top here. Also, you'll notice that they've changed this whole thing here. So we've got an enemy attack coming in 6 minutes. This whole thing has been made more prominent. It's thicker, so it's harder to miss, and it's retractable, which is nice. Again, just like a small feature, but it's nice. There was something else I noticed too. I think it was an interface thing. I don't know. It was just something small. The main thing is the roads. Anyway, we need to set an employee to the mine. And now that is done. Does this need power? It does need power. It doesn't have power. So let's upgrade the energy pylon. So that's already being prioritized, I believe. Cannot change priority on jobs that are already underway. So that's already considered to be underway. That's fine. But if we set more construction, then that might be opened up for priority. Interesting if true. All right, let's speed on up here. We've got 5 minutes. I mean, I think that's 5 real world minutes, but if we're speeding up, it's going to go by faster. And there we go. That's being built. Is that going to be enough? Let's have a look. I mean, we can upgrade it. Hang on, it's going from 2 to 3, so we can't upgrade it further. If it doesn't reach the mine, we'll just have to... It doesn't... Hey, guess what? It doesn't reach the mine. Alright, we got 2 options here. Let me pause it. We got 2 options. We can build another energy pylon, or we can just, like, move the mine, you know? I would have... You know what? I'm gonna be an absolute scumbag here. And instead of just moving the mine up there, which would have been absolutely fine, I'm gonna move the whole thing up. Because I'm a savage. So luckily I've got a lot of employees. We've got 18 in full-time jobs. So I remind you that full-time jobs include staffing each turret. So each one of these turrets, which we do friggin' need, by the way, because the rebels are getting severe, each one of these turrets is taking up 1 employee. Each energy plant is taking up an employee. The smokestack is taking up an employee. The mines are taking up employees. So it's this whole thing. Okay, production. We'll go mine right here. Storage facility here. So something I've noticed with this update is, like I said before, logistics. You got to be wary of logistics. For example, even just something as small as the opening of the structure. So you see this here, see the little arrow? That shows where the on-foot employees will enter. So if we want to facilitate them moving the isotopes from the mine to the, whatever this is called, the storage facility, it's going to be a lot quicker for them to do it when the doors are like right in front of each other, you know? Just small things like that. We'll unpause here. So I've noticed things like you really got to think about this. It's like I said at the beginning. There's no holding storage. There's no like auxiliary intermediate storage for the transport hub unless you sort of build your own by putting that there. So you really need to think about what is being transported by truck, and then what needs additional transport with your employees. So if you've got, for example, if I only have storage in this block right here, but I'm trying to build something over here, it's going to take forever because the employees have to grab all that stuff from this block and move along the bridges and the footpaths and move it manually, because at least for now, the trucks will not move resources to building sites. So what I've actually done is I've put, you'll notice, the first thing I build in any new block, city block, is storage, so that the trucks can move storage from one spot to the other. Now, I actually don't know if trucks will take into account the jobs that are required near storage, you know? So what I mean by that is, like, if I've got storage here and I'm trying to build this mine here, well, are the trucks smart enough to go, oh, yo, they need resources over here to build something, so let's grab resources from one storage, move them to the other storage so it's closer, and then the employees don't have that much further to walk. I don't know if they're smart enough for that. I haven't noticed. Honestly, I kind of doubt that they're that smart. But I hope, and I like to think that one day they will be that smart. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, you can see some combat. So a note on combat. Are these being done anytime soon? They're both, yeah, they're in the process, so we can't prioritize either of them. Once it gets down to 30 seconds, I'll borrow the city. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. So a note on combat. Currently, the only, like, objective of the game is, as it says here, to find 5 rebel camps. Now, there's one over here. So probably just by upgrading the command center over here, which can be upgraded 2 more times from its current level, we're probably going to take over this rebel shipyard, and that's going to slow down some of the attacks. But that's the only objective currently. You have to defend the city, so there's not a lot going on at the moment. Okay. Yeah, can we get these done quickly, please? Because I would like to borrow them. Okay. Come online, please. Come online. Where are the rebels coming in? Yo, the music's kicking in. We've got... Oh, we have to staff that. We've got bangers coming in. Okay, we're good. I will borrow the city. There we go. I haven't seen anything on the map yet. Look at that. I freaking love that. That's so good. See what I mean? Like, they've just... The atmosphere, the visuals are on point. Just the gameplay needs to catch up. Here we go. Alright, so let's pay attention here. You guys can watch along with me. I want you to pay attention to the blue bar on these turrets compared to these ones over here. Do the small turrets, these ones here, fire faster than the big ones? They do. They reload quicker. I like that. That's what I suspected, yeah. So that actually incentivizes you to not just have, like, level 3 big boy turrets. It actually makes sense to sprinkle in some low-level turrets as well, because they'll fire quicker. Oh, yikes. We're getting a little bit of chug here. Alright, cool. Done. So this is a real thing. When the rebel ships crash, they destroy shit, especially roads. Roads seem to be the first thing to go, so I'm constantly having to rebuild roads. As far as I'm aware, currently in the game, there's no way to protect roads. So it'd be good if there was some sort of upgrade to them eventually, or I don't know, something that just prevents them from being destroyed every time. Let's go rebuild them. We've lost a turret there too. And I think we're good, that's it. Yup, okay. So now let's have a look at that repair issue. Okay, there we go. Okay, click to assign repair task. Repairs will cost credits over time to complete. That's fine. I mean, we've got credits coming out the wazoo, dude. So if we click repair roll, everything's going to be assigned to the repair queue. Look, there we go. The roads are already built. Hang on, let's have a look at that. Ah, cool. Okay, so they automatically construct because the resources are already there. They were destroyed, but they drop the same, presumably, 5 minerals, which is what they cost to build. So they automatically reconstruct. That's good. I like that. I can appreciate that. Okay. And that's still going too. Alright, so last thing we're going to do is... Oh, we can't. We need to wait for this to repair. So actually, let's prioritize that. So you can prioritize repairing as well, just by clicking the star right there. So we'll speed up here. And like it said, that's just credits. but we do need employees to come over. This is where I would dearly love transportation for employees. But surely that's a thing they're planning. It has to be. So how are we coming along? Okay, that's been emptied. This is being repaired. Good, good, good. Or maybe it doesn't need employees. Maybe it doesn't, just does it automatically. Anyway, let's upgrade that. Because I would like to see more of that rebel base. Cool, so this is working. So that's going to mine, and it's full. Now, currently, I mean, like, so here's the thing. It's all based on, like, needs, right? So currently, there is no need to empty the mine. Yo, it just did it. It just did it. So maybe that's like, oh, hang on. This is the only thing I'm not super sure about. Do the trucks follow the same priority queue as the employees? If they do, then if we prioritize move resources as a job right there, then they should prioritize moving resources, right? So we keep the mines clear so they can keep mining. Okay, so it seems like maybe that does work. Cool. That's good. How are we going? We're seeing more of the shipyard. We'll upgrade it one more time. It's good. Look, once you have this many structures, currently, when you're on game speed 3, it gets a little bit hairy. And I've had some crashes. Interestingly enough, it's worth noting that all of my crashes have been when the game is at full speed. When I've got it on speed 3. So I try not to I try not to have too much going on screen when that's happening. Now this is all blocked off. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, right, that's blocked off. Yeah, it's blocked off because the command center is under construction. Because it has a radius that... Yeah, okay, I get it. Cool. I'm not sure. I think trucks do actually go to... They might not go to construction sites, but they might go to existing buildings that are being upgraded. Cool. So that was done pretty quickly. Gonna wait for it to de-sheath itself. And there we go. And we're having a look at a rebel base there. Which is kind of cool. I like that. So I believe how this works is we just have to, like, then we will then take over this area here, build another command center, bring that within our influence, and we would take the rebel base. Or claim. No, I've just claimed it. It's mine now. The rebel shipyard is mine. And now I shall dismantle it. So they can no longer build ships. So that's how that works. Oh, yo, it's just doing it. That's friggin' great. I wonder if that lowers our rebel camp count. Probably not. We have to take out the whole thing. But there you go. That's how that works. So that's the game right now. I really, really like roads. It's enough of a new thing, managing logistics and whatnot, to make it interesting for me. It's I would probably boot this up again and play another save and think more about logistics. And for example, like the HQ is not connected to the road, and that was an issue early on. Currently, like at the moment, I think I've taken out... No, it still has storage. So that's a problem. I mean, it's fine now because I've got so many resources and I've got enough storage facilities with everything I need. But I stalled my construction early on when I was playing with roads. I believe just because I had most of my resources in the HQ not connected to a road. So I was expecting trucks to take those resources and move them to where they were needed, but instead it was employees, because only employees could get to the HQ. That's something I would change in the next playthrough. But otherwise, it seems like the major boon of roads is just unburdening waste disposal on our employees. Because now the trucks will just do it. I mean, look at this. Now we're down to 5 waste. This is huge. Just the other video we were at like 200. This is great. Anyway, look, like I said, it's not ready for prime time, but I am excited to see where this game's going to go. I think it's got dank vision. That's a good thing, by the way. Atmosphere is through the roof. Oh, buddy, like I'm excited. I am excited. Roads. Roads, guys. But look, I'll leave it there. For the moment, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. Taste the game. Be excellent to each other. And I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer. Out.